terrible ordeal for a family in Lanark County.
Pretty angry, honestly. Like, why would anyone do that?
Just days after losing their home to fire, thieves steal their remaining belongings from a backyard shed. When it rains, it pours. After a deluge to start the month, this is now a July for the record books. And you won't miss your next parking ticket.
I've often found one in the mail that I didn't know I had, and yeah, yellow's a great idea.
A new color system, heftier fines, but more time to pay. Why the city is parking the old way of penalizing drivers. Good evening. A young family in Lanark County is sharing their story tonight. After losing their home in a fire earlier this month, they're now dealing with another devastating blow after thieves stole what little the family was able to salvage. CTV's Caitlin Wilson joins us live now with more. Caitlin.
Yeah, Patricia, the Burns family thought the worst was over once the flames were out, but days later they discovered that the belongings that had survived were stolen, and some nearly impossible to replace.
You can see right here, this is the garage door.
When fire tore through their house in Lanark County on July 3rd, Kimberly and Tyler Burns thought they lost everything.
This was supposed to be our, our home for a while and live here for a bit. Now here we are. We starting all over again.
Kimberly says that morning started like any other.
I woke up at 7 a.m. with the two boys, went to go to the vet, and I got the call at 8:40 and said the house was on fire.
It's an absolute mess.
Tyler says by the time he arrived, the garage was engulfed in flames, with the fire quickly spreading across the roof.
I was coming from Smith Falls, which is behind us, and you could just see the smoke. A lot of the big problem is their propane tank here. They blew off, it just fed the fire.
And while their house is a total loss, firefighters managed to save some of their belongings, including family silver and Tyler's collection of antique tractors.
Boys' room was hardly touched because I had the door closed. So we were able to, salvage those off of the shelves up top.
The couple stored the items in a shed on their property for safekeeping, or so they thought.
We had everything stuck in this crib. And,
Just days later, they say someone broke into the shed and stole everything.
Pretty angry, honestly. Like, why would anyone do that?
For now, the family is staying with relatives, surrounded by a community that's raised nearly $7,000 to help cover what insurance won't.
Very, very thankful for the community, the friends, the family, the coworkers that have all come together and helped us, for sure.
They're hoping the few pieces that survived the fire can still find their way home as they begin the long journey of rebuilding.
There's just nothing left.
And the cause of the fire is undetermined. The couple says they are waiting to hear back from OPP to file a police report as they wait on insurance to start the process of rebuilding. Patricia?
Just awful. Just awful. CTV's Caitlin Wilson live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, it is officially the wettest July in Ottawa's history, and more rain is set to soak the capital. Environment Canada says from yesterday through tomorrow, close to 100 millimetres of rain is coming down in parts of the capital region. That causing anxiety and stress for residents still cleaning up from the Canada Day floods. CTV's Austin Lee is in studio. Lots of rain today, but nothing like what we saw Canada Day, Austin.
Yeah, no, that was quite extreme, Patricia. This soggy July started with that deluge that we saw in the first of the month on Canada Day, and when some parts of the city were soaked by more than 140 millimetres of rain in just 5 hours. Since then, we've seen more showers, and so we have set a new record, about 250 millimetres of rain so far this July, surpassing the previous record, which was set at the airport, recorded at the airport, I should say, and that was set back in 2017. And the rainfall total for this month is only set to increase. This is a look at the downpour that we saw early this morning in the Byward Market when storms rolled through the capital. A special weather statement issued by Environment Canada is calling for 50 to 100 millimetres of rain through Wednesday morning. And hearing of more rain is not easy for those who are still nearly a month after the Canada Day storm dealing with the aftermath of flooding.
It's very stressful because when you call the insurance company to say, are you going to come this week or next week? And they go, we don't know. It's stressful because there are so many people affected.
It's, you know, the open question of how much is it going to cost to fix and how long is it going to take? You know, no, we got a vacation coming and is it going to get done before then, et cetera, et cetera.
Now, the city is encouraging residents to take preventative measures to protect against possible flooding, including ensuring sump pumps are working and clearing catch basins. City staff say crews are monitoring drainage infrastructure and they are doing what they can to manage storm water runoff. They have also proactively inspected catch basins and outlets, many of which have been recently cleaned. Patricia.
Quite the July. All right. CTV's Austin Lee live for us tonight. Thank you. As we take a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam, 21 degrees out there right now, pretty gray, but I think maybe the worst of today's rain is behind us. Would that be correct, Jackie?
Well, Patricia, we are anticipating more rain moving through later this evening. And again, this is what it looks like for the last several hours as we have the systems really shifting. It is making its way in a circular motion, and we are anticipating more rain to move through tomorrow as well. And we mentioned this earlier, a special weather statement is in place for the Ottawa area. 50 to 100 millimeters of rainfall anticipated when all is said and done, and that's between Tuesday into Wednesday morning. Now, keep in mind, temperatures right now is still pretty humid, 22 degrees here in the capital, feeling more like 30, 31 in Kingston, those humidex levels. Tonight, we are anticipating temperatures to drop down to 17 degrees. The thunderstorm risk is still in place, and 10 millimeters of rain into the early hours of tomorrow morning. Now, for our Wednesday, we are anticipating an additional 15 to 25 millimeters of rain. The daytime high, 23 degrees. When can we expect this rainfall to move through, and how much are we expecting in terms of the key hours for this? Well, we'll get a closer look at this for you in just a little bit. Patricia.
All right, Jackie, thank you. Well, an Ottawa rideshare driver is facing a charge of sexual assault after an incident over the weekend, and police say there could be other victims in the city. CTV's Dylan Dyson joins us now with more on this. Dylan.
Yeah, Patricia, the alleged assault took place on Saturday. Police say the accused, Mohamed Larousse, is facing 1 count of sexual assault. Given he was a registered driver with both Lyft and Uber, there is a fear others could have been assaulted as well. But a photo of the driver has not been shared by police.
They show up to your location with just a couple taps on your phone, but Ottawa police say one rideshare driver is now facing an assault charge.
On July 25th, we were made aware of a situation, and the Ottawa Police Sexual Assault Unit conducted an investigation. And after that investigation, they charged and arrested a 36-year-old male for 1 count of sexual assault.
The alleged incident happened Saturday while the suspect was working as a rideshare driver. 36-year-old Orleans resident Mohamed Larousse now facing 1 count of sexual assault. Police say he drove for multiple ride-sharing apps and are concerned this is not an isolated incident.
The male is a driver for both Uber and Lyft. We're just concerned that there may be other victims that haven't reported to police.
In a statement to CTV News, a spokesperson for Uber says the reported incident did not happen on the Uber platform, adding, "As soon as we were made aware of this incident, we removed the driver's access to the platform and began assisting law enforcement's investigation." Ride-sharing apps such as Uber and Lyft come with a host of tracking features. Rideshare user Anique Grenier says she prefers that to a traditional taxi.
I have no problem with it because I can keep track of their route and everything else. I actually feel more secure with them in an Uber or a Lyft versus a taxi.
Ottawa police are encouraging rideshare users to access those features to enhance their safety.
If you're feeling at any point unsafe during your ride, you can use a functionality of the app to call 911, and that gives you a precise location you can give to a dispatcher.
Police also encourage rideshare users to double-check the driver's identity, vehicle, and license plate matches the requested ride in the app before getting into a vehicle. Larousse remains in custody pending a bail hearing on Thursday. CTV News requested comment from Lyft, but did not receive a response. Patricia.
All right, CTV's Dylan Dyson live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, the Ottawa Police Service is set to equip dozens of more officers with body-worn cameras by the end of the year. 30 members of the crisis intervention team and designated sergeants on the front line began wearing the cameras last November. The program will expand to another 200 officers by December, with a goal of equipping all frontline officers with the technology by the end of 2027. That will require the service to purchase an additional 850 cameras. The cost of the program is $27 million. Police in Gatineau are investigating a daytime shooting. It happened around 10:40 this morning in the Hull sector around Rue Dollar des Ormeaux. When officers arrived on scene, they found someone suffering from injuries. The victim was taken to hospital and a suspect was arrested. Police say there's no threat to public safety. Here in Ottawa, police are reporting an uptick in the number of stunt driving charges so far this year. 389 people have been charged with stunt driving. That's up 12% from the same period last year. A stunt driving charge comes with a 30-day license suspension and the vehicle impounded for 2 weeks. From the color of the ticket to how long you have to pay a fine, the city is making some major changes to its parking ticket system. It comes ahead of an expected influx of vehicles in the downtown core this fall, with federal public servants back at the office 4 days a week. CTV's Katie Griffin is here with what you need to know, Katie.
Well, Patricia, this is the new parking ticket. It's yellow, not white, so it's easier to see, but there will also be steep penalty increases for certain violations in the downtown core starting September 1st.
Julia McDonald is paying for parking so she doesn't get a ticket.
I've gotten a few.
Now, if you get one, it will be yellow, not white.
I could see it being more visible. I mean, a parking ticket's a parking ticket no matter what color it is.
I don't care. Not a big deal one way or the other.
That change, one of many, as the city prepares for more vehicles downtown, with federal workers required to spend more time in the office. As of September 1st, the fine for parking in a no parking area in the downtown core will increase from $90 to $135. A no stopping violation will jump from $130 to $195.
When I come down and I can't find parking and I find a spot that I think I can park and I get a ticket for it, that's gonna suck. Like, $200 is how much I'm charging to do a plumbing job here.
There you go.
So if I get a ticket for $200, I just came down here for no reason. You know what I mean?
There's major parking issues already downtown, and we add in, people going back to work and putting that stress on them, trying to figure stuff out. I think they need to have a better transition plan rather than targeting that right away.
You also now have 15 days to pay the early payment fine, up from a week.
Excellent idea, because I feel that often it's a money grab, and it's very frustrating when you don't pay it right away and all of a sudden it jumps to this exorbitant amount.
You'll also have more time to challenge a parking ticket, up to 15 days now, and late fees now don't kick in until after 45 days. Patricia.
There is something to that white ones being a little harder to spot. I one time got on the Queensway before I noticed I had a parking ticket, saw it flapping in the breeze, torturing me the whole time.
This one not hard to miss.
That one stands out. Thanks, Katie.
You're welcome.
Well, we have extended coverage of what drivers need to know about the parking ticket system, the changes all coming into effect. You can find those stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca.
Still ahead, they are big, they are holy, and they're having a moment. A popular Quebec donut shop comes to Ottawa. We'll give you a taste coming up.
Well, turning now to the latest on the wildfire situation in Northern Ontario. More than 150 fires are burning, including the largest in the province's history. The massive fire has been dubbed Thunder Bay 36. It covers an area of more than 3,000 square kilometers. Recent rainfall has helped slow the fire, but officials say it remains out of control. At least 22 other fires are also considered out of control. Additional crews from Alberta have arrived to help with the firefighting effort. And in BC, dry and windy conditions are hampering firefighting efforts, with more than a dozen new fires ignited in just the past 24 hours. In the town of Clinton, 2 fires merged, destroying and damaging buildings. And in Europe, firefighters are facing the worst wildfire season on record in France and Spain. In France, 4,000 more people were ordered to leave tourist sites along the Atlantic coast today. And drone footage released by Spain's Civil Guard shows flames closing in on towns and villages in central parts of the country. Crews are scrambling to get the fires under control, with another heat wave on the way. A Canadian intern accused of spying for a third country while at NATO military headquarters in Belgium has been denied bail. Officials say the suspect is of Chinese origin. CTV's Judy Trin has the latest.
A Canadian intern will remain behind bars after being denied bail. The woman is accused of spying at NATO's strategic headquarters in Mons, Belgium, known as SHAPE. The suspect allegedly worked for an unnamed third country and is a member of a criminal organization. NATO interns are usually screened by member countries. In Canada, CSIS and the RCMP would be involved in the vetting.
I don't think it's worrisome.
Dan Stanton, a former CSIS officer, said this could be a counterintelligence operation, and the deliberate disclosure of ethnicity sends a message to the foreign power she's working for.
The way we've uncovered, or we, meaning the government, or various governments, have uncovered perhaps the modus operandi of an intelligence service and has stopped the further development of what could be a mole or a penetration agent on behalf of another country, let's say China.
SHAPE is the command center for NATO, where the alliance plans its military operations and decides where to move troops and weapons. In a statement, Colonel Martin O'Donnell says there's no indication that NATO or SHAPE operational readiness, command and control, or ongoing tasks have been adversely affected. SHAPE, the supreme headquarters of Allied Powers Europe, hires 35 interns a year. Now that the Canadian woman and alleged spy has been denied bail, she'll have the opportunity to appeal. Judy Trin, CTV News, Ottawa.
Canada's U.S. Trade Minister is heading back to Washington for more trade talks, but new comments from President Trump are raising questions about whether the U.S. is really ready to negotiate. Dominic LeBlanc will be meeting with U.S. officials with tensions between the two countries once again on the rise. Trump is threatening 50% tariffs on many Canadian goods, and this morning he told Fox News he would rather not update the Canada-U.S.-Mexico trade agreement.
I don't really want to. I'd rather be independent. Here's the thing. Mexico and Canada need us. We don't need them. The deal is important for them. It's not important for us.
Mexico and the U.S. have started official CUSMA negotiations, but Canada has not yet begun formal talks with the Trump administration. Despite the latest trade tensions, the power of friendship will be on full display tonight. The Washington Nationals are hosting a Canada-U.S. Friendship Day at tonight's game against the Toronto Blue Jays. There will be a special hat giveaway of a Nationals cap with a maple leaf logo. The Nationals were previously the Montreal Expos, with the team relocating at the end of the 2004 season.
My parents tried this place in Gatineau, and they said it was some of the best donuts they ever had, so we've been waiting for this place to open since.
Coming up, we bring you to Ottawa's newest donut shop, a popular Quebec chain now open here, and it's already attracting a ton of customers. We're going to give it a try in just a little bit. Jackie.
Thanks so much, Patricia. Cannot wait to test those out. Now, taking a look at what we can expect for tomorrow. Yes, lots of rain on the way. 15 to 25 millimeters is what we're anticipating for Wednesday, in addition to what we saw today. So 7 a.m., it's a cool 18 degrees. The showers will continue. The highest chance for risk of thunderstorm between noon and 4 p.m. A daytime high 18 degrees. We've got northerly winds moving in as well. Rain continuing to be in the forecast. Right now, here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. It is 21 degrees out right now, showcasing Quebec Point. There seems to be the sun peeking out slightly, but we still could see some showers rolling in periodically throughout this evening.
Ottawa is always on the move.
We're a big city
with a laid-back vibe,
where foodies love their sweets
and markets bursting with flavor,
wrapped up in waterways
and hot summer days.
This is a city where culture is on display.
And the future
meets the past.
Where people come together.
Always proud.
Often loud.
And positively the best place to live.
We move with you, Ottawa!
Another bank branch is set to close in the capital, this time the Scotiabank in Old Ottawa East on Main Street at Hawthorne Avenue. The bank says it will close November 4th, citing changing client preferences, and more online banking services will relocate to the branch at Bank Street and Gloucester. The popular Quebec donut chain is now open in Ottawa. Homies, called Homers in Quebec, serves up fresh, homemade donuts with tons of flavors and toppings. CTV's Peter Sperling checked out the new shop.
Oh my goodness.
So many donuts, so many choices.
I think the options are amazing. There's so much to choose from. I want to buy one of every one.
Ashley Freeman and her children are taking home a dozen from Ottawa's newest donut shop, Homies.
We thought we'd come check it out.
The caramel and the Oreo.
Now open at Herongate Square, worth the wait for customers like Braden.
We've been looking on their Instagram every day.
The company has multiple locations in Quebec under the name Homers, including one that opened in Gatineau last year.
My parents tried this place in Gatineau, and they said it was some of the best donuts they ever had, so we've been waiting for this place to open since.
Everything is handmade and handcrafted, and we put a lot of love and passion into it.
According to Homies, about 5,000 or more donuts are made each day.
Overall, we have over 30 flavors.
There's the signature donut,
called Homer's Donut because of our name, and it's very popular.
Cookie Monster.
everything from a simple sugar cinnamon to a fancy tiramisu.
The pepperoni with hot honey sauce.
There's even a pizza donut.
Well, I can't do a story about donuts without trying a donut. Ian, what do we have here?
We have the cannoli donut, which is one of my favorite, and we have our signature Homer's donut.
Let's try.
Definitely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, they're delicious. Very fluffy and just all around really good.
It was hard to choose.
Even late morning, drawing a bit of a crowd.
I just thought I'll come and give it a big try.
You talked me into it.
Yeah.
It was the first time. We drove 30 minutes to get here.
Having a new donut shop is fantastic.
As for Freeman and her family, it's a treat they'll try at home. Peter Sperling, CTV News.
That is a big box. They were taking of big donuts, and we got our own big box.
Yes, we do.
Right here. These donuts are massive. Take a look at that. There's a lot going on, too, right? A lot of toppings. So, Jackie, you're good at this.
I like this guessing game that we're playing.
Yeah, was that the cannoli one?
I think this is the cannoli,
yeah.
the Dubai chocolate.
Okay.
We've got the creme brulee. This one is I think there's a churro right there.
Okay, yeah, that looks good.
Tiramisu. I don't know what this is, but something about unicorn.
I feel like you're taking that home to your little girl's birthday party or something like that. Like, it's very much themed donuts with a lot of action. All right. Peter tried one. Do I try one too?
He tried the cannoli, I believe. Is there one that you are? What's good on a rainy day?
This is gonna. Oh, that's chocolate powder all over. Oh, this is dangerous.
All right, good
luck.
luck.
Look at me doing boarding house reach to grab one over there.
I'm gonna let you take care of that.
Man.
I'm gonna go walk over and do that weather.
Okay.
There we go. Drum roll.
You do what you have to do. I'll do what I have to do.
All right, let's take a look at our current conditions right now. Temperature sitting at 21 degrees, sun setting around 8:35 this evening. We are going to get periods of showers moving through this evening. So this is a closer look at what we could see for the next few hours. 8 o'clock. Especially around Smiths Falls, Brockville area, there could be heavier rainfall moving in. A little bit of light rain moving in Ottawa as well as run through Pembroke area. By 11 p.m., we could see another system popping up as well between Ottawa and Smiths Falls. We're going to be in the clear for 7 a.m. for our Wednesday. Mainly cloudy skies. We want to pay attention to this, though. Those easterly winds pushing this system over to the Ottawa region. So by 2 p.m., we could see this band of weather moving through. We are anticipating between 15 to 25 millimeters of rain. There could be a severe thunderstorm watch or warning in place closer to the Brockville, Smiths Falls area. Keeping a close eye on this as well. It should start to clear up and lighten up by 7 p.m. tomorrow evening, but we could still see bouts of light rain moving through into the overnight of Thursday morning. So yes, we are anticipating another rainy day here in the capital. Now taking a closer look at tonight's lows across eastern Ontario, hovering between 18, 19 degrees, fairly cool. But there is a little bit of that humidity lingering into tomorrow morning as well. While tomorrow's daytime highs hover between 19 and 20 degrees, it will still feel closer to the high 20s, and at times will feel closer to 30, 31. Now, as we look past Wednesday, so we've got those cloudy skies. Thursday in the early part of the morning, we'll see a little bit of return of sunshine moving through. We could see some spots of pop-up isolated showers moving in. Shouldn't last very long, but we are anticipating the return of sunshine fully when we look at our Friday. Now, right now across the country, 28 degrees in Fredericton, mainly sunny skies. Cooler conditions here. The warm-up, though, really is in the prairies where Regina, Winnipeg sitting around 30 degrees. Vancouver there, it's cloudy. 20 degrees. Now, the 7-day forecast is brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business. So an additional 10 to 20 millimeters of rain moving through for our Wednesday, 19, a cool 19 for the daytime high. Things will warm up once again for Thursday, 27 degrees, the anticipated daytime high, and sunshine for our Friday. So I think these donuts, Patricia, are going to be pretty nice for the rainy Wednesday, Thursday, cloudy skies. You don't really want to go out. You just want to have some comfort food.
That's good
enjoy.
donut eating weather right there.
There you go.
Absolutely. And they're good. They're a commitment. They're big, but they're good.
And there's 7 people with guns, so I was like, yeah, this is pretty serious.
Well, coming up, a rise in violent crime in Ontario linked to the international drug trade.
Tonight, a tractor with a twist.
It sparks joy.
How a new tool rolling through fields could revolutionize the work of farmers to fight off stubborn weeds. We'll have that story and more later on CTV National News, and watch on Crave.
It reads like a movie script, but it's very real and is happening in a region west of Toronto. Extortion, organized crime, and the international drug trade flourishing, along with gun violence. CTV's Adrian Gobriel has the details.
As screams of terror and the echo of gunshots reverberate through communities across the country, public alarm and concern is rising. While a Statistics Canada report released this month shows that both non-violent and violent crime is down across the country on a per capita basis, there are still pockets of violence plaguing Canadian communities. In Peel Region west of Toronto, the number of shootings has nearly doubled in the first 6 months of this year when compared to the same period in 2025. The number of home invasions that peaked during the first 6 months of 2024 dropped last year, but have remained persistent so far in 2026.
5:30 in the morning, I hear this big smash. I'm like, okay, I'm getting broken into.
Sam McDaddy calls Peel Region home. His company is the official real estate brokerage of the Toronto Raptors. He's using his voice as a community leader to share his story.
And there's 7 people with guns, so I was like, yeah, this is pretty serious.
In July of 2023, McDaddy was asleep in his home in Mississauga, Ontario, when in the blink of an eye, he became a home invasion victim.
Very frightening.
The criminals grabbed his car keys and smashed through his gate as they fled. A year and a half later, McDaddy found himself the victim of another violent crime.
I get in the car, all of a sudden the door opens, 2 young guys, get out, give us the keys. So carjacking.
CTV News sat down one-on-one with Peel Region's Deputy Chief of Police.
Our shooting numbers are up this year. The reason for that increase is absolutely connected to extortions and also organized crime and the international drug trade.
While admitting the challenges with guns and gangs, the deputy chief also believes that social media is exacerbating the public's fear.
The way that we consume information about our community has changed. So very quickly, one incident becomes everybody's reality.
Though the lived experience of McDaddy that resulted in him purchasing 2 police-trained guard dogs has left him feeling unsafe.
And now this is twice now in 2 years. I mean, what's this country become? Like, this isn't the Canada we signed up for.
How our people feel in our community and the fact that they need to feel safe is as important as them statistically being safe. We are absolutely in this fight with our community together.
Police here reiterate their belief that the new abilities that will be at their disposal to track digital evidence through Bill C-22 and their ability to keep people behind bars for longer through Bill C-14 will keep communities here in Peel Region and across the country safer. Adrian Gobriel, CTV News, Mississauga, Ontario.
In tonight's big picture, a truck driver was caught on camera reversing on a highway into oncoming traffic in Quebec. The video from a traffic camera was posted online. This happened in Saint-Mathieu-du-Beloy, a municipality about 43 kilometers northeast of Montreal. The truck misses the exit for a way station and backs up in the right lane, forcing cars to avoid the truck with some near crashes. The union representing road controller says on top of the dangerous maneuver, the truck was also carrying refrigerated liquid carbon dioxide, a hazardous material. The driver has been fined. Now, some other stories you need to know right now. OC Transpo riders are getting a chance to provide feedback and concerns about the city's transit system. OC Transpo is hosting 5 customer information sessions over the next 4 weeks. General Manager Rick Leary and staff will be available to answer questions and listen to people's concerns. It comes as the city prepares for an influx of public servants and students on buses and the O train this fall. There is a plan to accommodate higher ridership, including increasing LRT frequency and adding new express bus trips. Well, the first info session will be held tonight at Jean Piggott Place at City Hall until 8 p.m. The next, August 11th, at the Nepean Sportsplex. There will be a virtual session on Zoom on August 13th, one at the Bob Macquarie Recreation Complex in Orleans on August 19th. The final one will be on August 25th at John G. Malak Centre in Canada. The Big Apple is making a major effort to attract more Canadian tourists before the end of the summer. New York City Tourism has a Northern Neighbor deal, which includes 30% off at more than 85 hotels, Broadway shows, attractions, restaurants, and museums. The deal runs from August 18th through September 7th. They say the discount will help offset the current exchange rate. And if you are planning on taking a trip out of the country, it will now be easier to renew your passport. The federal government is allowing eligible adults to renew their passport online. This means you can submit the application, photo, and payment digitally instead of by mail or in person. A ceremony today to mark the naming of an Ottawa park. The park at 612 Besserer will now be known as the Herbert and Estelle Brown Park. The couple called Ottawa home for decades. Originally from Jamaica, they moved in the 60s and worked hard to build what you now know as Brown's Dry Cleaners.
We love our waterfront. If you expand the airport, it will wreck it.
The battle between Toronto and the province over Billy Bishop Airport continues after the federal government rejected the proposed expansion.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Just days after the federal government rejected plans to expand Billy Bishop Airport, Toronto's mayor is calling on the province to repeal the bill that gave it the city's share of Billy Bishop. But it appears the province is unwilling to return control. CTV's Queen's Park Bureau Chief Siobhan Morris reports.
After the federal government shut down a pitch to grow Toronto's Island Airport to accommodate jets,
no, we have no intention to repeal.
Ontario's transportation minister is shutting down an ask from Toronto's mayor to pull back the bill that puts Ontario in the decision mix on Billy Bishop and gives the Ford government control of some waterfront properties.
If the answer is a no, why do you want a local park and local beaches? Like it's always belonged to the City of Toronto.
Ottawa's rejection of a bigger Billy Bishop came after more than 87,000 responses in public consultation.
We love our waterfront. If you expand the airport, it will wreck it. Air quality, the noise and congestion, all of that will just make life not very comfortable.
Minister Sarkaria sees the feedback a different way.
We've seen the federal government here listen to a small French group in Toronto.
He says the federally controlled Port Authority will still develop a formal proposal.
The province will continue to push forward on a modernization of this airport because it's the right thing to do and it makes sense. And from an economic perspective.
CTV political analyst Scott Reid sees Ottawa's timing as no accident, with Mark Carney's Liberals trying to hang on to Beach's East York.
They took it off the table on a Friday night in the middle of the summer, 2 days before they called the by-election. So I think they're laying their cards on the table about what drove this decision and where their thinking is coming from.
That by-election is set for August 31st.
Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
Tensions over North American trade are reaching a new flashpoint following fresh comments from Washington. BNN Bloomberg's Christine Lee has more on Canada's reaction.
U.S. President Donald Trump declaring Tuesday that the Canada-U.S.-Mexico agreement is not important for the United States as trade officials from Ottawa rush to Washington. Trump asserting on Fox News that Mexico and Canada need us and we don't need them. And the U.S. would rather be independent than update the CUSMA. Brushing off concerns over newly announced 50% tariffs on Canadian imports. Canadian Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc will travel to Washington this week to defend domestic industries, backed by recent polling showing 6 in 10 Canadians favor counter tariffs if a resolution cannot be reached. Here are the closing numbers for the day. West Texas Intermediate is down over $3 to $79.26. Western Canadian Select is down over $4 to $65.71. And the TSX is up nearly 35,750 points today. Those are your business news headlines. I'm Christine Lee.
The walk is a tribute to my freedom-seeking ancestors that came into Canada via the Underground Railroad.
Coming up, why an Ontario man is walking from Ottawa to Windsor and the powerful message he's sharing along the way.
Pure Country 94. Ottawa's home for the best country music. Listen to Pure Country 94 on the free iHeartRadio app.
A new survey from CAA revealing some troubling findings when it comes to aggressive driving on highways in Ontario. It finds 96% of drivers have witnessed speeding, distracted driving, and unsafe lane changes within the past year. Here's CTV's Pat Foran.
When it comes to buying your teen a car, you might be tempted to buy a less expensive bare bones model, but car crashes are one of the leading causes of death for young drivers aged 15 to 24. You can't blame parents like Mio Hinkson for worrying. Her son Jordan recently got his driver's license, and she knows choosing the right vehicle for him is critical.
For now, he drives our car with us, but when he's ready, we're planning on getting something newer and safer.
And Consumer Reports agrees.
A parent should buy a car with as much safety as their budget allows. Also, a teen driver's first car should not be too small, not too big, and definitely not too fast.
CR and the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety analyzed makes and models to find safe, budget-friendly car options. They identified 74 used cars that have performance and features designed to keep young drivers safe, but that also have high levels of crash protection if the worst does occur. On the list, popular picks like the Honda Civic, Toyota Camry, and Hyundai Tucson.
For teen drivers, features like automatic emergency braking, forward collision warning, and blind spot warning can provide them with an extra layer of protection while their experience is still developing.
New drivers will have to be added to your vehicle's insurance policy, and parents should expect a major increase in premiums.
We can see rates for teens as high as $5,000 or $6,000. Average is typically closer to $3,000.
To save on insurance with young drivers, they should complete an accredited driver training program, ask about student discounts, choose the right vehicle, and get quotes before purchasing. You can also bundle policies and explore usage-based programs. Along with safety features, Mio reminds her son nothing replaces good driving habits.
The main thing that I share with him is always safety, to just make sure that he is paying attention.
Keeping a clean driving record, avoiding tickets, and driving safely can also help keep your premiums from going up. Pat Foran, CTV News.
Well, a Windsor man is walking his way home all the way from Ottawa. He's doing so in recognition of Emancipation Day, when slaves across the British Empire were given their freedom. CTV's Jerry Dewan has more on the message he wants to share with current and future generations.
It's a 1-month, 750-kilometer trek from Ottawa to Windsor.
We started a 750-kilometer walk on July 1st, Canada Day, that will conclude on August 1st, Emancipation Day. The walk is a tribute to my freedom-seeking ancestors that came into Canada via the Underground Railroad.
The Slavery Abolition Act came into law August 1st, 1834, freeing 800,000 enslaved people throughout the British colonies. Travis says his 750 for Peace walk isn't only about the past, it's about building a better future for young people.
To help raise awareness and help youth outreach initiatives do some fundraising. So we're supporting back home the Windsor Youth Center and the Sandwich Teen Action Group.
He says he's been encouraged by the number of people who celebrate his mission to honor the significance of the Abolition Act and who want to support him. like Jeff in Zora Township, who biked alongside for over an hour just to keep him company.
Sometimes we find ourselves in these silos where we're really beginning to think or believe that, you know, our back's against the wall, people are divided, you know, we're eating like this diet of division and division and division. But small towns, bigger towns, there are wonderful, kind, supportive people out there.
Travis is being supported throughout his journey by his wife, Nina Soto.
Get these down so you don't burn your ears.
Travis says his goal is to do a walk like this one every year for 10 years.
On every province, and we're going to service different youth organizations every year.
Travis has been averaging about 25 kilometers a day and says for the most part he's feeling good, but admits his back has been tightening up. He looks forward to returning home on Saturday. Jerry DeWan, CTV News.
Well, coming up, Tim Hortons gets set to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the first Harry Potter movie with a new menu. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Patricia. Taking a look at our 3-day forecast here. Wednesday, we are anticipating 10 to 20 millimeters of rain moving in. It's going to be a cool day, 19 degrees, the anticipated daytime high. We'll start to warm up by the time Thursday rolls around, 27 degrees. The bouts of showers we could see isolated for our Thursday. It won't be until Friday where we will see lots of sunshine. You can bring out the sunscreen. 28 degrees, the anticipated daytime high. Now, here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. It is 21 degrees out right now, but still feeling quite warm with the humidity closer to 30.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, it's Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford. Find your wild. More Bronco sports, more ways to roam this summer.
Tomorrow on Your Morning Ottawa, our Your Neighborhood feature continues with a visit to Burling Skateboard Shop in Chinatown. Tune in on CTV or stream us live on Crave.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Here's what's on CTV tonight. E-Talk, The Big Bang Theory, ×3, The Amazing Race, and Password. Here's a recap of the top stories we are following right now.
You pull up to a burnt house and you open up a shed, you know, and there's a baby crib in there with all the toys in it, and you still take that stuff. So pretty wild to me that someone has the audacity to do that.
First, their home goes up in flames, then thieves target their backyard shed. The incredibly difficult ordeal for one young family in Lanark County.
Send that information to a trusted friend who will be able to track and monitor your progress.
A rideshare driver here in Ottawa facing a sexual assault charge. Police say he drove for both Uber and Lyft, and investigators fear there could be other victims.
I mean, a parking ticket's a parking ticket no matter what color it is.
Well, the city wants to make sure you don't miss your next parking ticket, so it's changing the color from white to yellow. That's one of many changes to the system, along with increased fines and a longer payment window. We want to check out the weather with this lovely special weather statement. All this rain coming down yesterday, today, and into tomorrow as well.
Well, that's right, Patricia. The good news is the special weather statement has lifted for this evening, but there is still rain in the forecast for tomorrow. Showers to kick things off, starting off at 18 degrees. Not much in terms of daytime highs. 19 is what we're anticipating. An additional 10 to 20 millimeters in store. We could see bouts of potential thunderstorm risk as well. We are keeping a very close eye on this. Thursday, early morning, we could see a chance of showers rolling through, but things are going to start to warm up. 27 the daytime high. Friday is when we could see that sunshine, and I hope we'll see that sunshine. 28 degrees, the daytime high.
Would love to see that. And we want to check in now to see what our news team is working on for tonight. Austin Lee is here for 11:30.
Yeah, thanks, Patricia. A couple of things. First of all, we'll share details on a new study highlighting just how much the average Canadian family will pay for public health care this year. Spoiler alert, it's quite a bit. Plus, despite the cost of many groceries staying steady or even dropping this month, the price of protein is on the rise. There's new data released by the Agri-Food Analytics Lab at Dalhousie University, and we will share those details as well. Of course, you can get the news anytime, anywhere at ctvnewsottawa.ca, and join me tonight for CTV News at 11:30.
At least you've got some healthy food stuff to talk about tonight. For us at the desk today, not so much. Tim Hortons, we were talking about donuts here in Ottawa earlier. They have some of their own, launching some new magical menu items. So over at Tim Hortons, the Harry Potter menu will be available starting August 12th to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the first Harry Potter movie, which is shocking to me that it's that old. The donuts are inspired by the 4 Hogwarts houses, so Gryffindor, strawberry cheesecake donut, the Slytherin chocolate pistachio donut. There will also be a golden snitch Timbit and Timbit holder, as well as Harry Potter inspired drinks served in special cups. And on August 28th, participating Tim Hortons restaurants will host a Harry Potter trivia night. I think a few members of my family who have spent thousands on Harry Potter merchandise over the years would do really well at that. That's a pretty good collection of treats.
That snitch Timbit box or bowl looks really cool, the bucket. I wonder if they're going to have butterbeer flavored items.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
It's a good one. Do you think anyone's going to be avoiding the Slytherin donut? Like, it's a little suspicious if you go in and order a Slytherin donut.
Maybe, or you're just like a different kind of hip because you're Slytherin.
Maybe.
Like, what house would you guys be? Do you know?
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Done.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
probably. That one sounded delicious, too. What was it again? It was like strawberry cheesecake or something?
Yeah, it
like
sounded good.
Yeah,
I had
sounds
some of a beer drink at Disney World after doing one of the Harry Potter rides. It did not go down well.
No, that doesn't sound like a recipe for success.